thought I'd do a bit of a different video this week just to answer a few questions, because I'm getting on old and new videos a few comments asking what my other projects are. Will I be building an outhouse? What's the future projects for the summer? I did a few vague videos, but I'll make a nice quick video right now explaining as best as I can my plans for 2023 and this spring and summer. Before talking about the projects, I should probably mention that if you guys have any questions, any useful comments or tips and tricks, leave them down in the comments below the video. It's really appreciated. It's videos like these that I'll really look at everyone's comment that there is, and I'll try my best to answer them, or at least look at them. So first off, the cabin on this side is off the ground. I really like how it is. There's airflow. It's great. It's not going to rot. It's great on this side. I'm not worried. The only thing that I am going to change, I would like to do that as fast as possible, so as soon as the snow leaves and the ground hardens, I will need my ATV, because now I could come, the swamp really dried out, there's no more beavers, so I could take the ATV and cross it with my little trailer. So I would like to bring some rocks and or flat stones. I kind of make a permanent foundation, I guess you could say, something that air could go through, something that could still crawl under. Maybe I could keep like a little space here open, but really make it stable, because now I'm on 2 pine logs. It's fine, it's stable for now, but in case, whether it be 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, the dog wants to play, I don't want it to be tippy-toppy or anything like that. The other issue that's way more serious is the other side of the cabin. Alright, so on this side of the cabin, going from top to bottom, first thing I want to do, really not complicated, is lift up this tin just a little bit here, like at 3 inches, stick some tin around the tree, because I just don't have enough. I probably have like 2 inches here. I did it that way, not to have random sized pieces of tin, but now I have extra, so I could do what I have in mind. So I'll pretty much tin all the way to the tree, and then on the other side do the same thing. Make it longer, even if it's just 6 inches, I really don't care. Just so the water is way more, it drains away from the roof and the logs, so it doesn't drip on the logs. That's what I'm trying to say. Other issue is a log that is straight up on the ground right now, and that one you can see, you guys probably can't see, but I can see the log is turning green already. And right away, just to start off, that wasn't a super good log, because like I mentioned in multiple videos, this was never supposed to be a cabin that I filmed at, or even a log cabin at that. I just kind of went off the top of my head, no plan, just imagination, and I built this. So that's, it wasn't even supposed to be a permanent shelter at first. It was supposed to be like a semi-permanent lean-to, and then whatever it turned out into this. So the first 1 or 2 logs, I kind of took them to map them out, and they weren't the greatest quality logs, meaning they weren't green and fresh. So I would really like to dig a hole in the front, take a bottle jack, lift up the cabin if possible, and put some flat stones or even just some stone underneath, just so the water really kind of sorts itself out all in the dirt and everything, so that the log doesn't absorb it. So that's going to be my #1 priority list this summer, is to sort out the whole water issue. But apart from that, on this side, I'm fine. Next up is this contraption. I'll probably use this to make the tin on the cabin roof. I don't know. I have a roll behind the cabin. I have 2-3 rolls actually. So this was just tin that I threw over my power generator. The generator will not stay here. I would really love to put it up in a tree somewhere. Sounds ridiculous, but hear me out. It's part of another project I have in mind for this summer. But yeah, generator will not stay here. I know I had some people that are concerned, oh, you'll die in a cabin if you keep it running because of exhaust fumes. You're not wrong. It never smelt gas or exhaust fumes or anything in the cabin, but just in case, and for sound properties, it's really annoying to film, and it's really annoying just to live in the cabin. So yeah, needless to say, that's not going to stay there, and this was just a temporary shelter. I know I have a bunch of people commenting on every one of my videos that sees this thing, they're like, well, why don't you just make a shelter? It's in the works. As for power, talked about power generator. Now we're going to talk about solar power. I really enjoy oil lamps. They're great, but I will also like something to store power. Solar powers are great. They work during the day. They work probably 8 to 10 months a year. Winter months, it's a lot harder to get some sunlight, so you need a power generator, whatever. Like I said, I'm just not really a huge fan of power generators because they make a lot of noise. So, next project will be moving the solar panels. I will buy another one. I don't even know if I'll use this one anymore. I'll probably buy 1 or 2 and leave them on the ground closer to, I guess, close to the one that's in the tree, but I'll have to cut down a few little saplings to get full sunlight, but that is not the issue. Big project is, if I go here, there's a huge maple here, probably a good 12-inch diameter. I would love to make a tree platform in there, even if it's just a little 6x5 or just something very small. I don't want to have anything crazy in there, just maybe with 4x4s, some planks, and just anything, maybe pine planks I could make myself, or I could just get them done at a sawmill, maybe like 10 to 20 planks, and then figure something out for a roof. Again, I have some extra tin. I could work something out there. I could put my batteries for a solar panel, which is something else. It's extremely costly. It's $1,000 for one battery, so I doubt I'll have like 10 batteries for solar panel. Not that I need it. Like I said, oil lanterns, love them. But the light output just doesn't compare to, you know, 110 or 12 volt lights. So yeah, something in the works that I always think about. But a nice big, it's a metaphor, but a nice tree platform. 4 walls, a little tin sloped roof, and a little door in there. It's gonna be off the ground, no humidity. The charge controller for the solar panels, everything like that. It's really not that expensive. I think I could get out of there for like 1 solar panel and charger controllers and wires and such for $1,000. Plus the battery, it'd be $1,000 each. So yeah, I'm like $3 grand deep in there, and I'm just not ready for that kind of financial investment. Once again, I'm trying to get everything in one shot. The maple tree that has the birdhouse, so the one right there, sucks, but it died last year. There's a hole in it. There was hornets in it, so I guess they ate it out. I have no idea why. I'll see if the buds come out in spring. I really doubt it. I'll cut it down. Great firewood and more light for the solar panels. But all like the 3 to 4 inch saplings here, I'll cut those off. Great firewood, great lumber. I really don't care. It's not a huge loss for me. I know people freak out about cut trees, but those things have been there for probably 10 years. That's 3 to 4 inch pine. Not worried. Everywhere on me I have literally millions. Once again, trying to put it into perspective for you guys. The cabin is on the left, right at the far back end of the property. So right back in the bushes over there. I would love to build an outhouse. I get comments all the time, like I mentioned. Just people don't get like where I pee and poop, I guess. I don't know. Thought I would dive in more on the subject here. People about like the bathroom situation. I get always. Oh, your cabin's in your backyard, or you could. No way you live there. You don't have an outhouse. I actually have 2 rolls of toilet paper. I can show you guys if you don't believe me. And you're in the woods, so you could grab a tree, go behind a tree, grab a stump, a hollow stump, hug a tree, do what you want, squat down. And there's your pooping spot. I don't know, you can dig a hole if you want to be fancy too. That's usually what I do. I'm pretty fancy. I dig a hole. Doesn't matter. But it is very windy. But yeah, you can dig a hole. Dirt over it. No more smell, no more nothing. Toilet paper. In like a week there's nothing left, so it really doesn't matter. It biodegrades very, very quickly. Yeah, so that's pretty much what happens. People don't believe me. Like, well, where do you go to the bathroom? Literally everywhere. Although I have to say my favorite spot's probably behind where I want to make the outhouse, just because. I don't know why, it just is. So that's probably where the outhouse is going to be. Again, nothing big, probably just like a 4-foot thing, I don't know, 5 foot wide, with just planks, super simple. If I want to be fancy and make a few videos, maybe I'll make it out of logs. But I'm really just, I don't care, I'm building you guys an outhouse. There's moose poop on the ground right there. Why is the moose allowed, but I'm not allowed? I don't get it. He doesn't even use toilet paper. He's an animal. As for the workshop, no need to go inside. I don't really want to change anything in there. Maybe just make more storage areas, more shelves, and get some cheap bins if I can. I always try to get some period correct stuff. So if it's metal, it's even better, because plastic, squirrels, mice, raccoons, whatever, it's just really easy to rip it apart and go inside. But maybe one thing I'd change, or I wouldn't change it at all because it's awesome, but my cellar, I might just like make the top more waterproof, because last year ice formed in it because of condensation, because the bottom doesn't freeze, my water stays nice, and in the liquid form doesn't freeze. So it's warm and then it's cold from the top, and I only have 2 layers of little 1/2-inch wood on the top, so the cold gets through and there's ice, and then the ice in this spring fell down, so now my water's frozen. So I'll probably put like a barrier, maybe just a piece of little styrofoam, no idea, but I'll figure something out. But very minor work to do in the workshop. Might not seem like much to you guys, but when you're alone, it takes a really, really long time to do just one task, and then you have to do it safely because you're in the woods, you don't want to kill yourself, so it takes a long time. And plus, you have to keep in mind, I have to film everything, so sometimes I have to redo something like 2-3 times, so a task that could take 30 seconds, sometimes takes 10 minutes, so yeah. That's about it. I'm really excited, I guess, and I want to get it done as fast as possible and do a good job. I'll have to find myself some flat stones, but I really want to do the whole cabin, jacking up the cabin, putting some stones underneath, making a mock-up foundation. But yeah, pretty excited about that. Dog is running around with sticks. But yeah, pretty okay. Pretty excited. So like I said, if you guys have comments, questions, ideas, really appreciate ideas. Sometimes I have viewers that give me some great ideas, and next video I'll throw it into the cabin and I'll try to incorporate it. But yeah, thanks for all the ideas and your time and the views. Thanks for watching. So comment, like, and subscribe if you enjoyed the videos. And thanks for your time.